What's up, Leo Squad? How's it going? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. I am so happy to have you all here with me today. We are going to do your December into January love tarot readings. All right, everybody loves love. So welcome, guys. Settle in. As always, I want to warn you, these are general messages, so that means not everything I say will resonate with you. I can just about guarantee it. That being said, pieces and parts of this likely will. I hope a whole lot of it does. Come into this with an open heart and an open mind, because sometimes messages will resonate for you in a few hours, in a few days, in a few weeks. So if it does, take it and run with it if it resonates. And if not, you can push it aside. You can release that energy. You don't need to take on messages that feel foreign or strange to you, okay? That means they're probably a message for someone else. Everything you need to know about this video will be in the description box below. That includes the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media. I'm the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram. Like, share, subscribe where you can, including on this video here. I always appreciate it. All right, guys? So we're going to hop in momentarily for my Leos in love. Get a few more clarifiers on the board here for my Leos. I hit 1,000 subscribers, so thanks to you all who are returning and subscribed. That truly, truly means the world to me. So here we go, 2020. I started this channel in April, so I'm just thrilled with how it's slowly been growing. And yeah, I appreciate everyone out there, and welcome to the newbies. I'm happy to have you guys as well. What else do I need to tell you? I think that's it. We're going to hop in for Leo in love. Leo in love, January into February. If you don't currently have a person, this could represent someone coming in the future. It could represent someone coming in your past. It could also represent like a family member or a sibling dynamic. You know, it doesn't have to be just romantic love, but too many cards. One more card. We need one more card for Leo. Messages for their best and highest good. All right. Cool. Let's do it, Leo. So I'm going to start you off with one of these Wisdom Oracle cards. I lied. I'm like, here, we're going to do it. I got to shuffle one more deck just to make sure the card for Leo. The card for Leo comes out that is supposed to. Beautiful. That came right out. All right. So this is called Treasure Island. Ooh, as I drop it. Treasure Island. And I'm actually going to read out of the book for you because specifically in love, Treasure Island refers to this. You're discovering the essential qualities that you share with another, and perhaps also those you don't share. There are times when you follow where you follow and the other person leads, and times when you lead and the other follows. The appearance of this card points to the importance of learning the proper dance between you and another. Accepting the truth that everyone has flaws is a part of the dance. Yet you are also being asked to be aware of the dynamics that you don't want to repeat. You're in the perfect place to make changes in order to experience the best version of who you can be together. All right. Very cool. So all about discoveries in romance. We'll keep that in mind as we move forward. Something about a Pisces might be important there, but that's not going to be for everyone. Let's officially hop in for my Leos. 10 of Pentacles. What? All right, value. Placing great value on relationship and long-term successes. Tens always talk about projecting into the future, our long-term happiness, our long-term goals, our long-term stability, right? So stability in love. Underlying energy for that is the Ace of Cups. Yeah, I think a lot of you are wanting to start anew, or if it's not start anew with a new person, it's refresh what used to be. Something that has maybe gone a little bit stale or sour or moldy. I'm speaking in metaphor, but the idea of water needs to flow and there needs to be movement in love, energy back and forth between people for this water to stay fresh, for it to stay alive, right? We think of love as like this very beautiful healing thing. If the water's just sitting there and it's not being exchanged with someone, yeah, it's time to like rev it up, revamp it, start anew. So for some of you, this Ace of Cups, I mean, it's the underlying energy for the long term, but it could potentially be putting yourself back on the market for brand new love, or again, restoring or reviving what is already in your life that could use a little makeover, right? Either way, really great cards. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces rules the water suit. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn with the earth energy. These are both bomb cards to start off your reading December into January. That is pretty fantastic. All right, let's throw one of these on it. Attraction wanted to be seen. So this says you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Yeah, living in the moment, putting yourself out there so that you can meet those who you vibe on the same level with. For Leo. Leo in love. Chemistry. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. All right. So again, if you don't have a person, I mean, honestly, it seems like you are kind of, some of you putting yourself back on the market or out there, maybe flirtation, right? It's new love. And the 8 starts with us. So I mean, self-love absolutely is going to be crucial if you're looking for long-term stability in love. But yeah, chemistry. That's a great card. This is kind of like the sex card of the deck, right? So yeah, maybe looking for new avenues of romance. Let's look at your person. They're coming up as the 4 of Cups. Interesting. All right. So I'm going to clarify it. Father of Wands. Okay. So this is your card, actually. 4 of Cups is interesting. It's usually the card of complacency or boredom. And that's sort of what I'm not terribly surprised before you freak out. For those of you who are in a relationship, and it's not like you're looking to divorce or separate, but maybe you're just kind of like, you know, the last couple of months have been tricky. We've both been stressed out or, you know, busy at work or whatever. This could be, yeah, like love has sort of diminished from the relationship. It's like, it's funny. It's like your cup has a leak in it. So the water's kind of been dripping out and you may not have even noticed. So yeah, your person may kind of be in like just kind of an in-between state where the romance and the chemistry and the passion, it kind of needs to be re-sparked and relit. The underlying energy for that, though, is your card, the Father of Wands, which is the King of Wands in this deck. Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Motivation, action. I am sort of getting something about one person was more in a state of wanting to rekindle romance while the other was not. I also am getting some sort of message about someone who is being defiant or really like pushing your buttons because they know the buttons that get you kind of fired up and kind of like simmering tempers. Yeah, it's like I am sort of getting an idea that a relationship here has either run its course or it's just someone who you've been with them a significant amount of time where it's not that honeymoon phase anymore. You're past sort of the bells and whistles of this is new and exciting. And so for some of you, this is like a long-standing relationship. And again, it's like you're being asked to discover new avenues that bring this relationship joy, that allow it to thrive and grow beyond where you're currently at. It's like, go off on a tropical vacation, go somewhere where the two of you have never gone before, because it's like you're going to like open a box of things you've never discovered before. Something about this, it's like, yeah, it's gone bad, it's gone stale. And I'm not saying it can't be revived. I'm not getting like, at least yet, I'm not getting like, throw in the towel, this is done, we're over. But there is something challenging about your person. Something about this, it does seem like, I just keep hearing pushing your buttons. There's something about them that is irritating, or I will say in a lower vibration, a little bit manipulative, not evil, not trying to be malicious, but the way that, again, like sibling dynamics, right? Like you fight and you bicker, but at the end of the day, you still love each other. That's sort of what this feels like. And I'm not saying this is everybody's sibling, but there is something to it. They know you so well. They know what gets under your skin. So if you want to do something and they don't want to do it, they know just the way to like needle you so that it really gets you kind of fired up. And there is something about a temper here. So yeah, you may have recently been in some sort of argument where, again, I'm really not getting that's it, we're done. It just seems like this was a bit of a hiccup in a relationship that it's almost like, if that's resonating for some of you, that was destined to come into this situation to make you fight for this relationship and gain back like the magic you guys used to have. It's almost like Spirit is testing you to like rekindle that spark, that orb, that ball, that energy between you. Something about this, the chemistry kind of fizzled out for a bit. That's exactly what this is. The chemistry fizzled out. This person isn't super motivated or inspired by this relationship anymore. But what's interesting is the underlying energy is like the king of inspiration, the king of passion. Again, your card, Leo. It's like they have you on your team. You have their back, or they themselves could be a Leo. They may have strong Leo in their chart. There is the ability to motivate this person forward in love, but yeah, you've reached like a plateau with the 4 of Cups. It's steady. It's not like, you know, cups or hearts are being broken left and right, but yeah, there's something about this, like we need to rework it. We need to get that magic back, that chemistry. What else do we need to know about Leo's person here? Interesting. All right, I'm not gonna lie, you got some tricky cards here. Okay, let's see. So they're coming up with information about them. They have the Devil card of Capricorn, Magician in reverse, which I don't love, I gotta be honest. Virgo and Gemini energy, the Ten of Cups reversed, and then Six of Pentacles, reciprocity. Ten of Cups is like long-term happiness, but again, it's in reverse. Something is blocking the flow of this love. It's been like emptied out. It's been, again, how we were saying the metaphor of like there's a hole in the cup and like it's dripping out. There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza. Isn't that some sort of song? I don't know why I just heard that. Actually, one of my best friends is a Leo, and she sings that all the time. She knows like the weirdest, wackiest songs, and I don't know if the hole in the bucket. It's like love love has diminished, and you didn't even realize it. It happened almost while your backs were turned. You were so focused maybe on, again, your jobs, your children, this and that the love kind of ran out. And I think only recently are you coming to the realization your person isn't putting in the effort anymore. They may have some sort of issue that is really keeping them stuck. This person could have, I don't typically get this with the Devil, but in terms of a stuck energy that isn't growing, they may have issues with depression, something that's weighing very heavily on their heart. And it's an inability that allows them to go out there and add more passion to the relationship currently. And it may, because it's the Magician in reverse, it's like they don't see their own magic. They don't see their ability to create anything more. Your person feels exhausted. I don't know if they're being overworked or underpaid, or there's something about your person. They're exhausted. They get home and maybe they just want to like lay out on the couch and just watch TV for hours. And you're like, but it's date night. Like it's that kind of dynamic here. The Devil could absolutely be something that's draining their energy. It's sucking the joy out of not only like their life, but their energy, their ability to give light and love to those around them. And Magician can sometimes be manipulative energy, in reverse anyway. And again, how I was saying something about like they know just the way to needle you or poke and prod you. That might be representing the relationship between you, but more than anything, that may be an outside factor impacting your person's ability to give love. So again, like a very like slave driving relationship to work, a boss, a parent figure that's applying heavy pressure on them, somebody in their life who is kind of representative as the Devil or manipulative energy. This person needs to step back into their power. They need to find their motivation to live again and thrive and grow. And again, get that zest and that energy back. Because right now, like they're drained. There's not a drop left in them. There's no energy. There's not a lot of love flow. There's not a lot of, I mean, with cups, the idea of money flow too. Like money might be very tight. They're giving too much. That's what I'm getting with this. Typically, it's the card of reciprocity. If it's not to you, and quite frankly, I don't think it is, I think it's they're giving too much to external sources. And I'm not necessarily saying this is a third-party dynamic. I actually don't have any cards that indicate that. This feels like their work, their job, again, the children, some other factor in their life. It's taking away all their energy and all their attention so that when they get home to you, Leo, they got nothing left to give. It's actually a little bit sad. I feel sort of bad for your person. You might be dealing with a really tricky Capricorn. That's possible. Or I will say an emotionally manipulative water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, but that's not going to be for everyone. All right, so let's look at what's between you guys, because I think it's going to answer a bunch of questions. The Fool. All right, I'm excited to see that because it's a new beginning, but it's what's between you. Between you guys is a new beginning. So it's very hopeful for those who don't want to detach themselves from this person. Hold on. Yeah, you don't have any swords yet, which is a good indicator, at least in a love spread between the two of you. No one is wanting to sever yet. No one is wanting to cut this, but there is a desire to fix it and understand, how do we get this to grow long term? It's like something has spoiled, something has gone sour. It's like, the soil is bad. How do we take this beautiful seed and put it in new land so it can grow and thrive and develop, right? Some of you may have children on the mind, wanting to start a family with this person, but again, they're not in a place where they're able to do it right now. Anyway, looking at what's between you, the Fool and the Daughter of Cups. So that is the Page of Cups, absolutely. It could be an apology, that could be flirtation, that could be reinciting some romance and love back into the relationship, and it's a page, right? So it isn't necessarily indicating brand new the way an ace is, right? The way the Fool is. But it's taking love that used to be there and it's like reviving it. It's really cool how it's almost like I'll say she because it's daughter. It's like she's sitting in the rainbow cup, right? She's sitting in this like this, what turned into like this black and white scenario. It's like reintroducing color into it. The magic, it had kind of like magician vibes. It's like the magic isn't there. We're trying to get it back. And I'm getting the metaphor of like the Wizard of Oz when, you know, you're a child and you're watching that and it turns to color. It's like, oh my God, this is the coolest. Like that's what this is. It's reintroducing the magic back into the relationship so that you can start again. So then you have the Seven of Wands. Let's look at that. Okay, I think what this is saying is looking at what stole the passion. Because sometimes the liar, cheater, thief card, and I'm not saying that to, you know, to provoke that sort of like fear in you. It's almost in metaphor of what took your person away from you. I don't think for most of you, I don't think it was a third party dynamic as in like cheating. It more has to do with that external source of what stole your person away from you. It has to do with, for a lot of you, your job, or just them not being able to give you 110%. Maybe, I don't know, I'm throwing out scenarios, guys. Maybe you're working on a house construction and they're doing a lot of the heavy lifting themselves. They're doing this and they're doing that. And so again, at the end of the day, they're just like, babe, can you pick up the kids? Like, I'm exhausted. It's that kind of energy. It's kind of understanding, and I will say apologizing for what stole the light away, for what took the light away. And so what I'm saying is this could be your person extending an apology for not providing you with light and love and warmth, right? And to be fair, I just don't think they were in a place to do it. But I mean, ultimately, if we take out the sides, it's the one. It's rekindling the ace, the spark between the two of you. And again, the Fool, a brand new chapter, a brand new start. You guys are closing out a major cycle that I will say for some of you, it could have been very severe. It could have literally rocked your world. But if this person means enough to you, and for a lot of you, I think they do, there's a chance to understand where you went wrong and go back and like learn the lessons of how you could make this right. And Seven of Wands is ultimately talking about, it's one of your cards, Leo, trying to make it to the top of the hill in metaphor. It's like this has been a long battle. It's been a long road ahead. I just realized I've been looking at this as like the Five of Swords, but it's not. It's the Five of Wands. But anyway, I'm still going to stick with all that because it still applies. But is it worth it to put any more energy into this? I think you think it is. It's worth sharing emotions. It's worth sharing your heart space with this person so that you can get back to where you guys started and like start anew together. Write a new page, start a new chapter, go down a new path that maybe you haven't been together or you haven't been down together. It's about proving your strength to yourself, but also to each other. Sometimes it feels like you have a lot going, or a lot that you're battling, a lot of obstacles being thrown at you. Again, maybe tempers, a few fights, a few, quarrels or miscommunications. I think for a long time, one or both of you was feeling extremely overwhelmed or just overtasked by these burdens. But ultimately with this card, it's saying you do have the higher ground. You do have the light to spread and share. And it also does talk about the light being on your side and like the angels, God, spirit, universe. They're looking over you and like they're rooting for you. They want you to be with the person that you're supposed to be with. So ultimately it's like you can only show up with your truth, with your love, with your heart. And it is kind of up to your person if they're going to show up or not. They're sitting on an amazing amount of potential here. I will say that. But yeah, it's like they've fallen into the trap of complacency or giving up or not recognizing their true power, right? They've fallen into some like pitfall or trap, or again, something that's like sucking their time and energy, and it's diminishing their power. It's diminishing their light, even their spirituality, right? With the devil. Again, sitting on huge amounts of potential for love with Leo, right? This is essentially the King of Wands. But yeah, we got to get it in the upright. This person needs to like, I will say this person needs to make some changes, because if this represents over giving their time and energy to something that isn't this relationship, that like it needs to get back on track. A lot of you need to go on a vacation together, like rest and relaxation. Take some time away from whatever this is. You know, get a babysitter, you know, send the kids off somewhere, send them to grandma's, go on a vacation, whatever you can do to focus on the two of you. It's like bring the love back where it is supposed to be. Again, introduce color and magic back into this relationship. Because yeah, it needs a redo. You need to hit like restart. Excuse me. But if you choose to go forward with this relationship and vice versa, if your person does, a victory is absolutely possible in this. Proving your strength to yourself. You have it in you. And again, the magician, all the tools you need are in your tool shed and vice versa for your person. It's just, do you want to do it? Are you in an emotional place where you can be vulnerable? That's really what this card is about. Extend an offer to each other, extend an apology, speak truthfully and openly and honesty about where your heart is at. New love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. All right. Or do you have wandering eyes, Leo? Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. I'm going to be honest with you, though. New love is falling on the Fool card. It's almost like if you guys were to spend some sort of time together, like privacy, like even couples therapy, there's going to be something reinvigorated where, again, you're discovering new things. And it's like you have the potential. I'm not saying for all of you, but there's the potential for this. Again, we're sitting on the King of Wands, passion. There's potential for this to feel like you are able to fall in love with this person all over again, which is like a really beautiful message. How I was saying with the Seven of Wands, it's like proving your strength to yourself, but ultimately you have the higher ground, and like the angels are looking out for you, the angels are guiding you. That's exactly what's depicted in this card here. If you're meant to be with this person, you are going to feel it internally. But you guys got to be vulnerable and real with each other, right? And sometimes that can be hard, especially if there has been like temper and egos and you know, little upsets and obstacles in the relationship. If someone is exhausted and constantly feeling like you're ready to attack them at any moment, it's like you got to bring this down where it's like you're expressing from the heart space. It comes from like a very pure, honest place where you're expressing true emotions. And it doesn't have to be all good. You know, maybe you guys need to clear the air and talk about things that did upset the relationship, that did kind of get you off kilter or off balance. But ultimately, your path should be leading you to express love of some kind, right? All right, let's see what your advice or guidance is. 10 of Cups. I love that. So whatever was in reverse, it is possible to get it in the upright again. It's about discovering new things, and what's so cool, it's like whatever this light is that's emanating down, it's got like these flowers and butterflies. It's the same thing that's emanating out of this new box, Treasure Island, right? In metaphor, going to new depths, going to undiscovered places, going to new territories with this person, tapping into things and ideas and emotions and conversations. Maybe you've never been able to have them before. Maybe your person has been very guarded or unwilling to really talk about their heart space. It's like peeling back the layers to get down to the basics of what started this love between us, what started this connection. Can we get back there, right? And that's what I'm getting with new love. I mean, I read this card and it makes it sound like it's a brand new person. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. I gotta be honest, I don't think this person is brand new. For most of you, I think this is discovering new love with the same person who maybe, yeah, you've had some ups and downs with them. It's rekindling the fire and the passion between you, bringing the magic back, right? Going from black and white to color again, right? Colored television. All right. Underlying energy for the 10 of Cups. Actually, these really came out together, though. Let's see. You have the 8 of Swords. Interesting. All right, so 8 of Swords. This actually does make a lot of sense. The 8 of Swords is self-imprisonment. It's being so caught up in our thoughts and ideas that we can't move. We're stuck, right? Perfect metaphor for the devil, right? The thing about the 8 of Swords is it's false beliefs. We think these thoughts and ideas are helping us or keeping us safe, protecting us, but ultimately we become a prisoner of these thoughts. So they're not necessarily the most healthy thoughts, right? Otherwise this card wouldn't appear. It's keeping us in our chrysalis, in our cocoon, right? Far beyond the expiration date of this transformation, of this development. It's like, it's time to bust free and break free from, again, like what is keeping us trapped? What is keeping it stuck? What is essentially snuffing out the flame of this passion, of this chemistry that could exist? It's understanding, and with swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, communicating how to get out of this situation, potentially together. I think for a lot of you, it does feel like there is a lot of emotion and desire and passion here. Just, yes, something got kind of muddled or screwed up in the works. I actually really like the symbolism in this. It's like being surrounded by wands and then being surrounded by swords, and in the middle is like this beautiful opportunity that is trying to grow and trying to thrive. It's understanding how to physically move out of the situation you're in that is keeping you stuck, that is keeping you in this imprisonment. Because once there is clarity, and I will say for a lot of you, expressing your love, once there is honest communication about who you love or what you want to do in this life, where you want to grow, build, who you want to do it with. Again, the long term. You have 2 cards of actually you have several cards of long term. 10 of Cups twice, 10 of Pentacles. Amazing cards, Leo. Once you have a difficult conversation and communicate with your person and are able to allow this relationship to grow and thrive, you add oxygen to the flame, it takes off. There's a huge spark. The chemistry comes back. The cup runneth over. It's like you patch up the cup that had the hole in it that was just spilling water, right? That was just draining you of emotions, right? And that's when I think you guys start to understand in the long term what it is that's going to allow this relationship to thrive, and something like everlasting love. Something about your cup runneth over and it's constantly refreshing itself. It's because you're pouring it back and forth from one another. The 10 of Cups is the fairy tale ending. It's dreams coming true. It's funny. It's this metaphor of the Wizard of Oz. There's no place like home. What is going to provide you love and comfort is potentially each other, this relationship. Not as a band-aid, because you both need to be able to be strong and stand on your own, right? That's why this card came up. Card of strength, right? You, Leo. But there's something about when you guys come together, there is this really great bond and connection and chemistry. The magic has existed within you all along. And there is some great metaphor here about the Wizard of Oz. It's like the magic's always existed within you to go back, to achieve whatever it is that you want, to be around those that love you already. There's no place like home. All right, let's throw an oracle card on this. And what's funny is, ironically, the 2 of you potentially getting away from home is what's going to make you appreciate it even more. And interestingly, this is a weird message. For some of you, you decide not to spend the holidays together. So whether that's Thanksgiving or Hanukkah or Christmas or New Year's, whatever it is, I don't know if it's a mutual decision or something, again, like they're being called back to the office because they have to work an overnight shift or whatever. It's something about by not spending time together, it makes you appreciate what it is that you do have. And again, it makes that connection even stronger. there's something about that, and also the idea of going on a retreat or like a second honeymoon or a vacation together away from like the four corners of the house or the apartment, that again, like the energy needs to be cleared there. There's a lot of like mucky, yucky energy going on there. Sage your apartment, sage your house. I don't know. It like refreshes the air. It allows like healthy love to flow again. A lot of you are just caught in a rut. You're stuck in a rut. This relationship is ups and downs, and it feels like, yeah, you've been in, or, you know, peaks and valleys. It feels like you've been in a valley. For Leo, what else does Leo need to know? You have 10 of Cups twice, so there's huge potential for this to be a successfully thriving long-term partnership. But maybe you do need to be a little bit more sensitive to your person's needs too. Potentially, right? Hope, yeah. Leo, this reading came together beautifully. Despite this Ace of Cups, and you do have a couple indications of newness, I think this is a revival of the love that used to be with someone. So again, take only what resonates, but have hope for those looking for some sort of reconciliation or reconnection or just revival of love. That is the message coming out very clearly to me. But yeah, it doesn't come without a little bit of hurdles and obstacles. I can definitely see that. All right, what zodiac signs want to come out in this reading for Leo? Zodiac signs. Zodiac signs that want to come out in this reading for Leo. And this deck has 2 of each zodiac sign in it. Zodiac signs for Leo. All right. You have Sagittarius. You have Pisces. I think we said that. Yeah, we said that earlier on too. Virgo. Aquarius and Aquarius. A double Aquarius. That might mean something to someone. Maybe a twin. I don't know. All right, guys. Please do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what resonates for you, and I will see you very soon for more tarot readings. Bye.